we are still on the ground operative. We are patrolling the area of operations even in these days. Of course, when there is intense shelling, it's important for our peacekeepers to be inside the base, but we continue to work to ensure that stability could come back to the south of Lebanon. Of course, at the moment, the situation has been tense.
Andrea Tenenti is from the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, is live with us. Hello.
Yes, hi, good morning. Hello.
What have we seen in terms of clashes?
The last couple of weeks, I think, since the 8th of October, we have seen an increase in a number of exchange of fire. So the situation at the moment is tense, volatile, although very much localized along the blue line. The blue line is the line of withdrawal of IDF troops in the year 2000s, the demarcation line, and there is not a border because there is no border between the two countries that are still in a state of war.
And you're a peacekeeping force. What are you able to do there to actually try and affect the situation?
Well, the peacekeeping force here, with over 10,000 troops coming from 49 different countries, has been definitely very much engaged with the parties, and especially from the leadership of the mission to deconflict situation and discuss with both sides. I'm saying this because the two sides, they don't have dialogue. There is no relations between Israel and Lebanon. We are the only ones who can actually provide this kind of deconflicting messaging from one side to the other. We are still on the ground operative. We are patrolling the area of operations even in these days. Of course, when there is intense shelling, it's important for our peacekeepers to be inside the base, but we continue to work to ensure that stability could come back to the south of Lebanon. Of course, at the moment, the situation has been tense, but there has been an enormous exchange of messages between the Lebanese side and Israel, and that's what we are doing, and we are continue doing.
It's tense, but it's also complicated, isn't it? Because it's not just the IDF on one side and Hezbollah on the other. We know, we were speaking to our correspondent Richard Spence a little bit earlier on, that it's a number of militaries and militias, particularly from Iraq, who have arrived on the Lebanese side of the border and are openly advertising their presence.
Of course, there are a lot of rumors and a lot of reports that are mentioning of other groups, or mainly Palestinian groups. But as I said, the last 2 weeks of this conflict has been very much localized. The number of people that have been killed reportedly is around 29, 30 on the Lebanese side, and we have no figures from the Israeli side. So as I said, it's important to understand this specific conflict compared to the conflict we had in 2006, when in just a few hours we had a full-scale conflict reaching up to the capital, to Beirut. Yeah. This time, it seems that even according to our conversation with both sides, that of course the rhetoric is very high. The rhetoric is high. The reality is a bit different. That there is not a real appetite for a full conflict. But again, we cannot predict mistakes. We cannot predict a miscalculation.
Andrea Tenenti, thank you for your time. He's from the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon.